Welcome to another one of my tutorials that I'm going to be creating for FreeLoop 7. This will show you pretty much everything you need to know to get started. This is pretty much like a really basic beginner tutorial because I don't really know any specific things that I could cover, so I'm just going to do this for people that just got FreeLoops. And I'm just going to start with these basic samples right here. You got your kick, your clap, and your hi-hat. And how you make these play in a sequence is these little squares right here. So if I go like this, it'll play like this. And that's at 140 tempo. You can change this to 180 or 120 or a million. Well, not a million. But anyways, 140 is pretty much like a basic tempo for like trance music. So we're gonna roll with that. Shorter way to get that 4-step kick like this is just right click and hit fill each 4 steps. You can also do 2 and 8. Okay, and then you have clap, which that's usually an 8-step, but I put it like offbeat 8-step while the kick's going. And then you have your hat in the middle. I usually have an open hat in the middle, and then the bass hat on the 4-step with the kick. Okay, after you got that, somebody asked me how you sequence and alternate beats and whatnot, actually compose a song. You do that with the playlist, which is this button right here if you didn't have it open already. And that beat we just made, we're gonna clone that, right click on the pattern and hit clone, and then go back to pattern 1 and take out clap and hi-hat, and then you just paint it down here. And see, if I go to song, it'll play in the playlist for 4 bars, phrases, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what they're called. And then if you put pattern 2 after it, so that's how you do that. Snare rolls, I guess we could just cover that too. You want to just make go in a piano roll and create a note C5, I guess, and string it out across the whole 16 beats. And then I go to chop, and this is how I do it. I don't know how other people do it, but I go to chop default, and then after I do that, I go to the selector, which is this right here, a little square, dotted lines. Select that section of it, and then I go back to chop, and it should be on default again, and you pull it up 1 time multiplier thing, and even though you don't, do 2, so it's got 8 beats or 8 things. Then you go to the next one and do it 1 more time. Next one, do it 1 more again. And this will create a snare roll. And if you want to add more to that, go down here and right click this box. That's what I do. Yeah, right click this box. Go to note velocity, and then right click at the very top and drag down to the very bottom. You don't really want it to start off at like no volume at all, because this is going to be the volume, so it'll gradually rise like this. and that's your basic snare roll. So then when we put that in there, this is how it sounds. And usually you have a break or something right there, but that'll help for build-ups. That was a quick, few quick tips. After that, you kind of want to get your bass in there, and since you guys probably don't have all the VSTs that I do just starting out, I'm going to go with Citrus. Right click on this little arrow, go to bass, and I've never really tried these out because I don't use these. I just go to synth. Alright, and usually want to put your bass on a separate pattern. Yeah, that sounds cool. And I go with offbeat bass. Pretty much a lot of trance does. So you want to have that doing whatever kind of pattern you want it to do. I don't know if this is going to sound good because I haven't really tested it. But after that, you go back, string your patterns up in the playlist, and play it. Now, we're going to go to a lead, use Citrus again. I'm just going to go to 303-ish. I haven't really tested this out, so I don't know how it's going to sound. Ew, never mind, don't use that one. Let's use... let's see. Just go to Hypercell 2. I don't really care anymore, I'm just going to use this as an example. This is probably going to sound like crap, but I'm just doing this as a test. And you want to put your lead on a different pattern as well. What I didn't, but you would want to, because then you can take the bass out, take the lead out of your song whenever you want to. Just drop it. You know what I mean? You can have your bass lined up all the way to here, and then have your lead come in with the bass instead of having your lead always attached to your bass line, which wouldn't be very dynamic and kind of stupid. But this is how it sounds. Yeah, it sounds pretty crappy, but that's just the basic how you pretty much build songs, and then you just start building your structure up and have breakdowns, crash. You need to get crash cymbals in there like this, and then what you want to do after that is I make it, you see this little time knob right here, right click it and hit 1 bar, so it makes it fill 1 bar, and then you want to clone that, make sure this is 1 bar. Okay, now on the clone, hit reverse. So now you have a reverse crash and a regular crash, and you're going to want to do reverse crash and then crash. So you have a reverse crash and then a crash, so it sounds like this. Yeah, and that's how you make those little whoosh noises. And that's basically all you need to do to start making your songs, is build up patterns, build them on the playlist. You should be good to go. I hope this tutorial helped you guys out, and good luck with your producing.